Welcome, friends. The players in this game have started with a ram. It is 1v1 tournament, actually. It's a qualifier, $10,000 event. We've got Hyperrandom. And if you have a sub here on Twitch, I would love to see your ram emote because this is ridiculous. This is also potentially very overpowered for one player here. Biry is a really aggressive player. I've made videos on him vill rushing. I could actually see Biry considering using his ram and a couple villagers to harass someone's woodline at some point. They also started with 3 farms. They don't have a unit otherwise, so they have to scout with their sheep and maybe with their villagers. But Biry found the boar at least, and Biry will have 500 food on that boar. So this is hyper random. Lots of different things to adapt to, and should be a really fun tournament over the next few weeks. I'm excited to see just more exciting things. Relic victories, random units. What the? Is he pushing a deer with a ram? He's pushing in deer with the ram. He even rammed it. I didn't even know you could do that. So running is fine without a scout, it seems. Okay. But it's a big deal that he finds his boar, because that's 500 food. But yeah, he's pushing in deer with a ram. And that's 100 food per deer. So ever so slightly less than standard. I think it's normally 140. Here it's 120. But still, food is food. We have the... Oh, sorry. He's pushing a ram with a ram. True. Isn't an ibex technically more ram than deer? Yeah. I mean, that's my... I gotta be smarter, man. That could be the YouTube clickbait right there. I don't know. Not a lot of wood in the map. Freaking crap ton of gold. Like, look at this, dude. That's crazy. On the map, there's 200,000 gold. It seems like these little side sections where you can find most of it. I doubt we'll see that really be needed because there's lots of gold here. So it's not like there's any shortage near their base. But I am kind of feeling like with all of this food, that they may consider a fast castle here. And Biry is definitely the more aggressive of the two. Running is definitely more well-rounded, I'd say. Not that he can't be aggressive, but he certainly He's just... He has the switch to flip to play defense. Biry is just full offense, full aggro. So after randoming into Romans, maybe he'll go for Fast Castle Scorpions or something. Yeah, couldn't you base your strategy around using the ram, though? Like, wouldn't Man-at-Arm ram be really sick? It's sad. I don't think they're going to do it because the ram... You don't want to let the ram dictate your whole strategy, and you don't know... Because you have the ram, you don't know what the opponent's doing. But yeah, I see a barracks from Biry. So forget the fast castle. I think he might actually consider Man-at-Arms, which is great with Romans, with the ram. The problem is they don't really know where to go. I'm still trying to determine if the players are planning on going to Feudal Age or not. Feels like running is. We see a barracks from him now as well. Yeah, this will go to Feudal Age. Biry is bringing in some of his deer with the vills. Oh, it actually looks like this group of ibex has 180 food. So is there an extra group from running or what? Ah, it's these over here. But running can't see that. And they also didn't really scout that there's deep fish because they weren't able to scout the shorelines in time. Guys, the Rams will meet in the middle. Unprecedented scenes. Unbelievable. Oh, God. Okay, never mind. Just passing. I thought it was going to happen, but they're both scouting, and they're just passing each other, and they're going to miss. Sorry. Maybe it'll happen, though. Maybe it'll happen. Maybe it'll happen. Just hold your excitement. This is a very confused Arctic Wolf right now. He's like, what is happening? That is the second time a ram is wheeled past him. Ooh, militia are on the way from one player. Militia are on the way from the other player. And they're both meeting up with their ram, dude. We got people eating rams. We got militia passing the rams. Here comes the ram from running. And, oh, he just misses that. But hold on, Biry saw it. Biry reacts immediately to it. He knows what that ram can do because he's going to try and use his own ram. He's also stealing some llamas. And, oh, now he sees the militia. That's actually really good for running. Because Biry pulled himself out of position with the attack. And now has to decide on if he defends or if he attacks. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ram! 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 Loud noises. He didn't notice. Oh, he could have taken the archery range. That would have been so sick. Alright. Man-at-Arms is about to hit for running. He only has 3. He's fighting back the ram. Man-at-Arms is coming in for Biry. In that barracks. That upgrade will complete, though. And Biry will probably attack this. And running has to be careful. He can't go too far. I know his name is Running, but he needs to run home. Horrible for running. Horrible for running. He has to stay forward now. He is overextended. Biry is repairing his ram. Running is bringing in more man-at-arms. Running will fight back with Vils because he feels like he needs to fight with everything he's got here. Really difficult micro. So far, I actually think this hasn't been horrible for running. I know it might seem like it initially, but they're both going to lose their rams. Military remaining will be similar. They'll both have villagers exposed. I mean, in the end, this might just be 2-1 with the KD. That could have been way worse for running, obviously. But he has more man-at-arms. So, like, he loses the Vil. 2 Vils. He's going to kill a Vil. And now he's got Vils for the taking and running. Ramless. But micros it well, and this is against the Romans. This is against the better man-at-arms civilization. We also have an archer follow-up. I guess the man-at-arms for running will go down. Doesn't he have more somewhere? Where are they? Messy game. There they are. Biry might be in trouble here, guys. The fact that there's already 2 archers for running and Biry is just now building his archer range is not good. They both have struggled to get eco upgrades. This has been a lot of resource investment into this attack. Even the food situation doesn't look very good for running, but I think he'll take that if he has the army lead. Kind of sad how it ended for the Rams, you know? I feel like the Rams could have lived a little bit longer, but at least they died together. And here comes running now. Running was a little hesitant there. He saw the range was being constructed. He didn't even try and deny it. Sorry about the blink there. As we've established, capture age is just has not been good for me recently. This is where I think running as a player could really improve. This is a clear situation where he's got the army lead. And I think really what he puts the majority of his focus on is eco back at home. Having said that, he doesn't really have a good eco back at home, but just surprising to me that he didn't actually use that moment where it was 2 man-at-arms, 2 archers to pressure. And Biry has 5% greater efficiency with the Roman economy. Seeded a lot of farms in this game. Has a really nice eco setup, in all honesty. Running will get to fletching a bit faster. And running is the Catan, so if he can get the farms out, it could be really strong. But nice job from Biry. Biry has armor on the man-at-arms as well now. Double armor for the Romans. Biry could get the clear up here. Yeah, Biry might just do that. The skirms don't have upgrades, but they can still try and get in close against the archers. There's a weak archer in there. Biry will kill one of them. And running will, have to fall back now. Running's still not a single pasture. I'm guessing he doesn't know that you can build pastures before the mill. I wouldn't have hated a pasture right now. Obviously, he's microing. Obviously, he's busy. Look at the idle TC time for running. Man, that opening was just so tough for him to afford. There's a reason you don't see that many men-at-arms. And Biry also getting fletching for the skirms. Now, Biry's is cooking right now, guys. Almost 1,000 more resources collected for the underdog. And we see double range now from running. So more commitment to archers. Finally, we see pasture number 1. If Biry can pump up the skirm numbers with the man-at-arm meat shield, this could still be really good. And Biry gets a kill on the archer there. And he can get another kill on the archer here, running. Losing control right now. If he even ever had it. Sick stuff from Biry. Biry's dangerous, guys. Biry is not a player you want to play in a best of 3. You want to play Biry in a best of 5. You expect he's going to come at you and go crazy for a game or two. But you think that you can kind of adapt your way through the series. Running is definitely behind. He's hard committed onto archers. He can't realistically tech switch under this much pressure. So he's going to try something. Really, the only thing that he can do to gain some momentum back, and he's going to sneak. I think Biry should sense this, but he's not. He's still focused on being aggressive. And so he hasn't left any army home. Oh, no, dude. Like, it's awfully quiet over here. And it's awfully quiet for a reason, Biry. Oh, crap. Archers are into the wood line. Beautiful job from running. Biry does go for some quick walls here to just make it more difficult for running. But this could change the Vil count pretty quickly. And his wood is an important resource for more farms and more skirms, too. And meanwhile, the ranges are getting taken out. But there's still just not a lot back here from Biry. Biry, no! It was so good, dude. It was so good. And that's just a really interesting facet of the game. It's like, you have to know where something will be based on what you don't see. Because the whole game, running was obviously showing his army, and then there was a moment where he didn't. And Biry just didn't have the sense to realize why that was. Obviously, he knows now, and he's still in a really nice position. And he will take down the archer range. He also disrupted the gold, so he's still actually okay. And because of the idle time that running's had, the Vil count's still even. Yeah, we need to see something other than archers now for running. And scouts is the best thing the Civ can do, and he's going for forging even. So forging counts as double for the Khitans. Armor counts as double for the Romans, for the infantry. Running, hoping to keep his range up. And then Biry will bring some spears forward to defend against the scouts. But still winnable for either player. Biry's got a lot more army, but he's got all of his army disjointed and in different positions right now. And so, like, that little group's going to get picked off. Now, suddenly, this group needs to run away. Now the pastures are starting to come up for running. And Scout Archer is a lot easier to use long-term than Man-at-Arms Skirmisher. But right as I say that, running just doesn't have the numbers yet. The archers are going to be focused down. But more scouts are coming through. Archers need to focus down that spear if you're running. And for now, he's just backing away. Just needs to be patient. Wait a little bit. It's a lot to manage right now. Holy. Yeah, ecos are falling apart. Biry needs to add farms. And Biry constantly needs to focus on keeping the military together. Chat, what do you think? Who wins this game? This is a great game. This is a rare all-in feudal game. I think it might actually make sense for Biry to add his own scouts at a certain stage. But certainly, like, right now, neither player can go Castle Age, right? Acro in chat says running. He's running's teammate, so I think he's contractually obligated to say running wins. I'm still leaning towards Biry. Because he just has so much more military. And I don't have, you know, I don't have that bias. I don't have the team bias. But, you know, There is the issue for Biry is he has to sit here and wait. He doesn't know where the army is for running. And there's still only 2 spears here. And the man-at-arms are pretty weak. If running had the armor, he would definitely clear this. Biry is on the way to Castle Age. But big fight. And yeah, Biry will lose everything here. Great micro from running. He'll lose some archers. But he can kill all of this off very quickly. And now the army count's basically even. And now Biry's looking at a tiny little trash army running forward. And he gets scared. He's like, I don't have enough. I don't have enough. Oh, no. Still making skirms. Still making spears. I would really like to see a stable. So when you're in Castle Age, you can make some knights. Like, knight is the main unit that you can use to raid these wood lines and this gold. I'm not saying you still can't make skirms and spears, but I think being able to make knights would be really nice here. Also, being fully walled would be really nice. And unfortunately, the scouts are going to run through. So now you have this nightmare to deal with. And these are scouts with double foraging. Oh, it's going to be a massacre. Quick wall. You got to wall it. You got to wall it. The spears aren't anywhere close. Oh, rip to the wood line. Actually, I think running needs to send a scout to the left and distract some spears. Just try and get those spears to stay away as long as possible for the rest of the group. Damn, I thought maybe there was a chance there for Biry to drop a couple buildings, but still marching forward over here, where his spears are on the front lines. Running has stabilized this game very nicely. He's been behind resources collected for a very long time. But now Biry's in Castle Age. Archers move forward for the spears. The archers will get the spears, which means many of these skirms will die. Scouts are over onto the gold now. The spears go down for Biry. He's losing more villagers to the Catan power. 90 seconds away from Castle Age. We have a pause. Maybe there was some lag there. Like maybe what we saw over the last 5 to 10 seconds, one of the players didn't see.
Yes.
Oh, that scared me, actually. So many Vil snipes from running. And Biry needs an army with the siege. He's going to try and get back to Rams, which is how this started. I mean, he needs to go for the kill quickly. He understands that. He really needs the pikeman upgrade right now. Kind of struggling to get the food for that. But this is a really strong position to be in right now. Like, this is next to the only wood line running's taking. It's next to all the pastures. And skirms with bodkin can kill villagers too. And then you mix in the rams to take down the buildings, take down the pastures, take down the stables. Like, running is doing the right thing. He just has to leave. Ah! Running, do not build that lumber camp. That will be screenshotted and even your teammates will laugh. Do not build that lumber camp. Bro, there's 45 wood on each tree, dude. Well, he needed a wood line. He's panicked. He can worry about that later. Light cav's on the way and also +2 attack for running, but that takes time. It's just wild. Biry needs to have pikes. He doesn't have the pike upgrade. If he has the pike upgrade, this is so much more difficult for running to take. Running can clear this. And running's going to fight thinking pikeman's on the way. And if pikeman was on the way, he's happy to get these kills before the upgrade. Honestly, this game may be won or lost just on the pikeman timing alone. The pikeman upgrade is 20 seconds off now. But the upgrades come in for running, and he just has so much damage. So much damage, and now the spears are out. These are all pre-pikeman engagements. And then pikeman completes, and he has nothing left, dude. He has no military on the front remaining. He will take down the stables, which is very strong. And it is still salvageable. But just wasn't able to get the upgrade in at the time he needed. Running is running into some wood problems, which is hilarious. But I guess he can just come back to this wood line now. And he could deal with this wood line. Wood is a big concern. And he doesn't have a market either. His eco is actually falling apart. And Biry's eco is a lot more efficient. So even though he has less vills, he does have pikes now. He will make some cav archers too. I think Biry can still win this. Really messy, really intense. This is a tournament, guys. This is not a ranked game. So any of these things that we could like joke at or laugh at, it's just tournament energy. And God, man, the wood situation for Running is brutal. Running wants a YOLO castle here. Is he going to be able to fight for the position for a YOLO castle? Here he comes with Vills. He does have a lot of Lancers in queue and enough Lancers on the field to probably force Biry back. Running is walking over to his wood line now. The Lancers are patrolling around. Biry will not know how good his eco is efficiency-wise with, like, the wood line and whatnot. He would just know, well, it's not going to be efficient, actually. Yeah, Biry's going to have some problems here. Running gets into this wood line again. Running is going to drop a castle, which would deny the gold and be in front of the TC. Biry can't deny that. I thought the castle would maybe go up to the left, but Running just needs to get the castle up anywhere near the gold, and the army's on the gold, and GG, Running comes back. And that is a comeback, because in Feudal Age, he was in a really bad spot. And guys, it all started, the comeback started, not with the Ram. That might be the YouTube video. That might be the title. That might be what brought in the viewers. Let's be real, because the Ram was pretty cool. But it was the Archer counterattack. It was that one moment. He had full map control in this game. It was army v army. He's dominating. He's winning every fight. And then it gets a little quiet. He doesn't see the army anymore. And Running realized, too, I can't keep reacting to this because I'm just going to die. And so I think right around this stage, Biry needs to know if the army's not anywhere near, the army's coming to the base, and you just leave this army and that next skirmisher at home. He's got time then, right? Like, look at this. Yep. So he would have. So if that was the case, I mean, you can wall as well. Make sure you don't overchop. But if that was the case, he would at least have like 3 or 4 units to immediately react to this, and then maybe he doesn't lose as much. And that wasn't where he lost the game. He was still in a nice position. There were still some opportunities. The other thing as well was no pikemen. Like, I think these fights go significantly better if he has the pikeman upgrade. But what I'm explaining to you, that's competitive AoE. It's like these tiny little moments, it's these tiny little decisions. Both these guys are top 100 players, but some of the small things in this game was just the difference between being at Running's level and Biry's level. You get really punished with tiny things here. So yeah, great game. I think this is going to hit YouTube at some point. So YouTube, if you would like to follow all the rest of the series, as well as like other sets I upload, please check the video description. You'll see the rest of the series there for extras. We'll be casting the full series. This is a fun game from it. You know, hi YouTubes and chat. You get the deal. All right. So game 1 will definitely hit YouTube at some point because it was epic. Game 2, the players start with Fetorias. Yeah, so normally you need to be an imp, you need to be Portuguese, you need a lot of resources to build this. This building gives you a trickle of all resources. They both have one. Now, there's one time I was playing in a ranked game, and we started with a Feitoria, and somebody converted my Feitoria. I think it's a very popular song here. That's an option here. Biry is Spanish. I would love to see that. The Feitoria is on the front. If nothing else, I would like to see someone else get their Feitoria converted. That way I'm not the only one. But they've started on these islands here that are all connected by a crossing. No, not more trauma for me. There's also canoes. Canoes, I found out, also made a video on this. Actually fire arrows. Forgive me for thinking that a canoe, which has no one inside of it, wouldn't do any damage, okay? I had fishing ships. Everything was completely fine. I had no clue. Looks like Running has moved his canoe around a little bit. They also have started with trade carts that have, it looks like gold inside of them, or at least some items. I don't know. Maybe that's the standard look. So there's a lot going on here. They also started with huts, which give them pop space. So I would say all of this basically means fast castle. Just because, like, hey, you're getting free resources. You have tons of food. You can fish. Fast castle would be insanely strong. I don't know if Biry knows he has the canoe there. This is not a normal event and not a common thing. And the thing about canoes is it's a bit of a coin flip. If running just attacks first, he kills the canoe. Even if his canoe's on 1 HP, he can destroy all the opponent's fish. And running is adding fish himself right now. So the canoes are insanely strong. The canoe still hasn't really moved too far for running. And, oh, they have 2 trade cards? 2 trade cards. Okay, so trade cards for scouts, Fatoria. I missed the name. Somebody just showed up here. They said they spent 3 hours watching The Great Stalemate on YouTube and they love the channel. Hey, thank you. I missed your name. If you want to say what's up again. I think her name was like Lime or something. This might be another classic. I doubt it will be a stalemate. But who knows? What's up, Josh? Welcome. You're not who I was referring to, but hi. Okay, this is what I mean. Canoe, 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 canoe. See if that's me, my veil dies. Ooh, running's getting close. Running's being sneaky with the canoe. And he's attacking. With what? I have no clue. Is there someone laying down in there? Somehow firing arrows? At the perfect trajectory? But he's going to sit at the dock, and now you can't fish here. You just can't, because you'll lose your fish. Unless you want to bring your canoe all the way home, but he's already traveled so far. So, if I'm running, I never leave. Also, Biry has just walled in Running's trade cart and is killing it, which is a great move. But I don't know how important that is. Like, I don't know if there's going to be a trade heist at play here. So, I don't necessarily feel as though this is worth it. But hey, it's about sending a message. Meanwhile, 5 fishing ships in the back for running. And Biry's canoe is... Oh, Biry's canoe could actually do the same thing. So he's done the right thing to not sail through the middle. And he had actually scouted the dock. So I guess running has already benefited from the fishing ships. But still, they will go down pretty quickly. Running might need to make fire ships. So I think that Spanish are insane here. Like, the goal with Spanish in any game is getting to Conquistador. And then if you have a Fatoria, that makes it so much easier. So, I'm going with Spanish all the way. Because he already has 450 stone. 250 of that was basically free from the Fatoria. There are a couple things Biry needs to remember. He needs to remember to build a mill so he can make his market. I'm not seeing that yet. And, yeah, beyond that, I mean, you might want to think about monks. We see an archer range from running, so running is definitely thinking about conquistadors from his opponent and wants to play to counter that. So, both players on the same wavelength. Running is also making a fire galley. I have yet to see fire galley versus canoe. My canoe game didn't go on that long, but the canoe killed 3 fish. And here running is still not allowed Biry to fish. But Biry only made 1 fishing ship. Yep, Biry forgot his market, or his mill. So I called that. This will delay his castle age time. We've all been there, but still, we saw in the previous game how tiny moments decide it. It's another example of it. And canoe will go away. It's faster. So the canoe will actually escape. Running is still fishing with 1 fishing ship. And Biry ejected his fishing ship early for whatever reason and will lose it. So you can just tell, like, Biry's a really solid player. He's just a little, I guess, rough around the edges is the saying. He just doesn't play quite as clean. But he has a lot of potential. Now, does running know about the stone being taken. Like, if running moves forward with archers right now, Biry could just die. Biry's not expecting this. Not the first time I've seen Biry moving a villager forward. He was walking a certain direction at one point. I don't know why. Yeah, early archers is absolutely sick here, but it doesn't seem like running actually knows where to go. Biry wants to repair the canoe. Okay. Here comes the archers. If only the scouting for running was a little bit better. Biry has actually added spears. I think he saw the archers. He added spears? Why did he add spears? He wants a forward castle then. Right? I think he wanted to go, like, spears, castle drop on the Faitoria. But now... Oh, God. But now he didn't expect archer... Oh, God. Well... Some people died of canoes. Other people died of crossbows. Yeah, he didn't expect his opponent would go archers. His plan was spears to protect. And forward castle. And the strategy he's gone for just does not work out. And he drops the 11. And he calls the GG. Honestly, though, couple things. Really good play from running to go for this. Really good play from running with the build. And then I think if you have 2 trade carts, you have to be scouting what your opponent's doing. I don't know what happened. Like, he saw the barracks, right? So I think it's possible to get the information, right? What happened here? Yeah, so he walks through. Little old lonely trade cart. Walking through. Sees a barracks. So now I think I'd be thinking, oh, barracks. What else is he making? And you know what he does? That's what decides the game. Scouting is key, right? At the same time, like, running he didn't actually scout perfectly either. Like, he didn't know where the wood line was. He didn't know where the stone was. But the Civ tells you enough to know it's probably going to be a castle drop. Yeah, that trade actually just need to check. You see the archer range? You never had the spears. You build the defensive castle. And maybe you're still okay there. But easier said than done, as is it all. Running wins. Fun set. Running will be very happy he won that first game. Because, like, maybe Biry was frustrated because he was so close in the first game. Maybe everything that happened here was because he got broken in game number 1.